There you go.
Hi!
Perfect. So, Brittany, how are you today?
I'm so good. Happy Saturday. How are you doing?
I'm doing good as well. I mean, what better way to have an excellent Saturday with someone as amazing and badass as you? So,
Oh my God, you're so kind. I was so happy when you reached back out because I love your show and all the people you've been interviewing and stuff. It's so cool. So what a great idea to celebrate the holidays and kick off the season.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's been amazing. I mean, over 150 or 100 and something.
Oh my gosh, that's incredible.
Yeah, it's been really cool. It's been really cool, and it's so fun how how everything started to come up. So at first, I didn't have like a proper name to it, for the show that I'm doing, and then I didn't have like a proper logo, and then I started to pretty much start working for. I mean, when I saw like my first designs to these ones, I hate the old ones because they look awful. So,
I still think they look cool, so it's all good.
Perfect. But yeah, we're growing little by little. But yeah, I mean, so many talented people, and we're just getting started. I mean, I already said to myself that I'm gonna stop doing this when I reach around 1 million. Then I'll be like, okay, I'm done. So
that's a good goal.
I have a long way to go. So yeah.
Right.
So welcome back. It is so cool and awesome, as I said. So before we start, I have to give you a proper epic welcome. So.
That's so cool.
Yeah. Pretty cool, huh? Yeah.
That's so fun.
Yeah, I mean, we're just a small operation at the moment, but at some point we might have live audience. We'll see.
That would be fancy.
Yeah, absolutely. So tell me, what's new since the last interview? I think yours was around June.
Yeah, it was a while ago. So recently, a show that I worked on came out on Adult Swim and Toonami called Fina, Pirate Princess.
Okay.
And, I'm the voice of Fina. So if you're into pirates and adventure and all that stuff, it's such a fun show.
Love it.
Yeah, so that's been really fun, and people seem to really enjoy it. So season 1's out, which is cool. And yeah, other than that, just been working on a bunch of stuff that I can't talk about yet, but I'm excited to talk about when I can.
Absolutely. That is so cool. Yeah, I've been watching here and there, all of the things that you have been involved. That's really, really cool.
Oh, thank you.
Impressive. Yeah, I love it. And you know what? It is also so cool that also because of this whole show that I started, I've been somehow started to connect actors with each other. Like the other day I was checking, and then people that I've interviewed are following you, and then people that I've interviewed for other people are following. So it's like a whole connection here, and that's pretty cool.
Oh, I love it. It's like a whole little family.
Yeah, absolutely. That's amazing.
Oh,
So
man.
starting with the whole, Christmas special here. Tell me, what do you like the most about Christmas?
I love the food. Christmas
Totally.
food is always the best.
Mm.
What else do I like? The food's really great, and I also like Christmas movies. I'm such a Christmas movie buff, so that's they're just silly and just fun.
Yeah, absolutely. It is so interesting that during that time, all of those movies, you just love them. I mean, regardless how might silly or corny might be, they're just cool. They love they're amazing.
Right? You know what it's going to be. There's going to be hot chocolate and snow somewhere in there, and it's fantastic.
Totally. And what are some of the nice things that you can remember back when you were a kid celebrating Christmas?
Oh yeah, I grew up in North Carolina, so we never had snow on Christmas. So I also remember it being cold, and we would just my brother and I would take all of our toys out into the yard and just play and all that stuff. I remember one year my dad got us a trampoline.
Okay.
And we played all day. I'm sure my parents were so happy not to have us in the house.
Yeah, absolutely. That is so cool.
Yeah, it was pretty. I have one embarrassing story, which I think is fun. From my earliest Christmas, I remember one of my dad's best friends, he came to the house dressed up as Santa Claus on Christmas. And I was so excited, and I had just been potty trained and all that stuff. And it was like, Santa, guess what? I don't need to wear diapers anymore. I use the big girl toilet. And then I promptly peed in his lap. Because I was so excited.
Yeah, absolutely. There you go. I mean,
I have to share at least one embarrassing story.
No, absolutely. I mean, I think we all have them back when we were kids, you know?
Right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, like one of the things, a quick embarrassing story. Back when I was a kid, I accidentally throw, you know, like what's the word in English when you put a plant on it and that thing kind of
like a plant, like a pot?
A pot, yeah. So back when I was a kid, I accidentally throw a pot to Santa because I thought like someone came, and I don't know why I thought that. And then when I saw kind of the reflection someone was passing, I just went and grabbed the first thing I saw, which was a pot, and boom. And then when I realized it was Santa, I felt like, oh, I'm not gonna receive any credit.
You're like, I'm gonna get cold this year. This is the worst Christmas ever.
Yeah, I'm done. I mean, I'm blacklisted already, so you know.
Feel that.
But cool enough, I still receive gifts, so that was a cool thing. So, yeah.
Well, that's good. He wasn't too mad then, so that's
no, not at all. And tell me, like, can you share a memorable gift opening moment from your childhood?
The trampoline was a good one, going out in the yard and being like, what? Another one. Oh, I remember my mom had gotten me, this is kind of a nerdy one, but my mom had gotten me a Nancy Drew book. It was my first one. And I remember opening it and being like, oh, this is so cool. This sounds so awesome. Because I loved to read even when I was a kid. And so seeing that was really cool. And that was that was my first time getting a Nancy Drew book, and then I became obsessed.
That is amazing. So basically, that's when it all started.
Yeah, that's when it all started, and then coming to voice Nancy Drew, it just was a full circle moment.
Totally, so. That is so cool. Whenever you get the chance, I mean, I bet that it was such an epic experience to get the chance to play a character that you love. That's so cool.
It was crazy. Definitely a dream I didn't even know was possible, and it totally happened. So it was really a cool moment.
That is amazing. And what is a Christmas song that usually makes you cringe?
Oh, Santa Baby. I'm always like, that one again. Okay.
Santa Baby. I think I haven't listened to it or am I?
It's the one where she's like, Santa Baby, flip a sable. Like her voice just like, ugh, I don't know. I'm not into it. And I love Christmas music, so.
Oh, okay, yeah, by Eartha Kitt.
Yes.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And I love Eartha Kitt. She's fantastic, but it's just I don't know. There's something about that song. I'm like.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I know what you mean. I mean, and it's so crazy that like even like before Thanksgiving, or no, after Thanksgiving, then it's like it's already Christmas. Like you go to the malls and it's already with all but marketing about Christmas, and you will hear the Christmas sound, like the Christmas song, the same ones over and over and over and over, and also they play those songs inside the stores. It's crazy.
No, it's not. Well, in this year in LA, I feel like they started right after Halloween, so they didn't even wait for Thanksgiving. So. Oh,
God. Yeah. Yeah. The same thing is here. Yeah, it's crazy because then you feel like, wait. I mean, we are. I mean, we're not even in December already, and they already have like all Christmas decorations. That's crazy.
I know, it's like, guys, come on, it's not here yet.
Yeah, chill a little bit. Yeah, it's crazy. And like, what is one of your favorite Christmas desserts?
One of my favorite Christmas
dessert.
Dessert. Oh, so my grandma always made a chocolate cake. So it's like a really thick chocolate cake with chocolate icing and pecans on top. Mm-hmm. So good. So good. So I would, that always reminds me of the holidays. And then my mom also does a chocolate pie, which, I mean, I'm all things chocolate. So yeah, those are my two like go-tos.
That is so cool. And it's important. I mean, if someone has the idea to start on a diet on Christmas, it's like the worst mistake ever. I mean, it's the perfect time when you can eat whatever you want and just no judgment. It's fine.
I eat all the things. So, leftovers I feel like are some of the best parts of the holidays.
Totally.
Yeah.
Yeah. You just can't stop eating, and then the next day you will eat again, and then watching movies and having dessert. It's amazing. I love it.
That's what stretchy pants are for.
Totally. I agree on that. So amazing. And if you had to be in any Christmas movie, which one would you choose?
Oh my gosh. Okay, there's two.
Okay.
Jingle All the Way.
Mm-hmm.
Did you with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
Yeah, of course.
Classic. So it's one of my favorites. And then Elf.
Oh, by Will Ferrell, right?
With Will Ferrell, yeah.
Yeah, I love. Yeah.
I love both of those movies so much. Like we watch them every year. They're just so great.
Okay. And what is your favorite Christmas movie?
Oh, I mean, other than those two, I mean, I love both of those, and those are definitely up there. With Jingle All the Way just cracks me up. But another one I would say is, well, a lot of people don't think this is a Christmas movie, but to me, it's a Christmas movie. Die Hard.
Yes, I love it. Yeah, there you go. Mm-hmm.
Yes, I watch it every year. It's
I know. I do the same thing.
So good.
Mm. Yeah, I've been doing this. I mean, I kind of make it a tradition of mine. It's been already like 8 years that I do that. That every Christmas Eve, I'll watch a movie only one time, and I don't watch it until next Christmas.
Yeah.
It's the perfect one. Yeah.
No, it's so good, and I mean, everyone's great in it. It's so quotable.
Yeah.
Like, it's just great.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah, that's so cool. Yeah, it is the movie that you need to watch for Christmas. Absolutely, so you can get the whole.
I totally agree. Anyone who says it's not a Christmas movie, they're liars.
Yeah, I agree on that too. And if you could design your own Christmas sweater, what would it look like?
Oh, my own Christmas sweater. It'd be red, because why not? That's a very Christmassy color. And it would probably have either a reindeer or an elf on it.
Okay.
In some way, shape, or form. And it'd probably just say something ridiculous, like something super cheesy and like dumb.
Okay.
Like it would definitely be an ugly Christmas sweater, just something I would pull out. I don't know what it would say, but just something, like you see those cheesy holiday sweaters that just have the silly sayings of like, so something like that.
That is really cool. I mean, I think that at some point it wouldn't be a cool idea if you get like your own merch, like get your merch, Brittany merch, team Brittany. That would be cool.
Oh my gosh, that's such a great idea. Maybe I'll do that. Maybe one year I'll do like an ugly Christmas sweater with like a or something.
Yeah, and imagine that you can include some of your characters on it.
Yeah, like in little holiday outfits or something.
Yeah,
That's a good idea. All right, you started something.
There you go. I can't wait to see it. And how do you think Ingrid, Fisher, or Bella would spend Christmas?
Oh gosh. So Bella would definitely be one of those people that would build a whole like Christmas display at her house.
Mm-hmm.
Like put up all the lights and like have trees and things that move, and like maybe Santa flies across the yard. Like do something like that. Ingrid would eat all the things. Mm-hmm. She wouldn't cook anything, but she would eat all the things.
Okay.
And then Fischl, I think she would bounce around to a bunch of different Christmas parties, show up and be like, I'm the best, and then leave.
Okay. Yeah.
I feel like, because she's just kind of a little snotty and is like, I just want to be seen. But yeah, I think that's what they would do. Oh, and she would put Oz in a little Christmas sweater.
Yeah.
Her raven companion.
That is so amazing. Yeah, I agree on that. And if you could create your own Christmas movie, what would be the title of it?
Oh my gosh. Okay, this just popped into my head.
Okay.
Might be terrible, but I would call it Holidays DAZE, and so it would just be like being like, whoa, I've eaten too much food, and like just kind of confused about why the holidays are so busy and all that stuff. So yeah, holidays.
Okay, I like it. And what if you make a Christmas book?
What if I made a Christmas book? Oh gosh. Oh, if I did a Christmas book, it would probably be something ridiculous like The Mystery of the Disappearing Christmas Tree. Or
okay, yeah, I like it.
Like it'd be like a mystery thing where it's like somebody takes the Christmas tree or someone takes Christmas ornaments and you gotta find the Christmas ornaments.
Yeah, I love it. Yeah. I mean, we're just killing it here with a lot of epic ideas, you know.
I know, right? I feel like we're creating like my next evolution as an artist.
Yeah, totally. Right? I mean, and since Netflix is basically doing everything and buying everything.
Right.
Yeah, cool idea, to kind of submit your project, like just leaving it there and
just let it stew, kind of think about it. Well, hey, if any of these come to fruition, I'll send you one.
Yeah, please do. Oh yeah, please do. That would be cool. I love that. Yeah, I love that. That would be amazing. And if you had to choose between playing outside, build a snowman and sled, or stay inside, drinking hot chocolate and reading a good book, which one would you choose?
Oh, that's so hard. I would probably, because I don't ever see snow very often, I would probably go out sledding and build a snowman and do all of that stuff. Just because I never get to do that kind of stuff.
Yeah, I know.
And it just sounds so much fun. Yeah, do you get snow where you are? No.
No, I mean, we just get a lot of cold and that's it.
Yeah, it gets cold at night here, so that's about it. But yeah, I mean, so I think that would be super fun to go sledding and build a snowman and go ice skating.
Oh yeah, absolutely. It is. I mean, I've always said that adding snow on Christmas, it adds like like a plus. Like that touch. You know what I mean? It's like the cherry on the pie, basically.
Absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. And I mean, I've never had that, but I see it in all the movies, and I think that's why I love them so much, because I'm like, that seems so nice.
Yeah. I mean, it is. I would love that. I mean, I would love a Christmas with snow, because I only had one time only, and basically I recoup all of the years that I didn't, like back when I was a kid. I mean, that happened when I was like 18. And I was just like making snowballs and throwing at everybody, and some of my friends were telling me like, hey, I mean, you're 18, what's wrong with you? And I was like, listen to me, I didn't play with snow my whole childhood, so I need to recoup all of those times, and then I'm gonna stop. But right now, it's my time. You know what I mean? So yeah.
No, you got to make up for lost time. It's like every time now.
Yeah, absolutely.
Oh, I love it.
So cool. And if you could describe your career, but on a Christmas movie, which one would you pick?
Like if I put my whole career in a Christmas movie that's out, what Christmas movie would it be?
Yeah.
You are asking some really good questions.
Thank you.
Yes, I love these. Okay. I know we've already talked about it, but it'd probably be Jingle All the Way.
Okay.
I feel like I'm one of those people that I'm such a last minute shopper and like gift giver. I'm very last minute.
Yeah.
But I get to do these really cool characters and these cool things. Like, how he ends up being Turbo Man at the end?
Oh yeah. And
like saving the day. Like, I'm like, yeah, that's cool. I feel like that's me sometimes.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah, it is. Like with the gifts, I'm terrible as well. I know what you mean.
Yeah, it's hard. It's so hard.
It is hard, and especially when they order something that is either super hard to get, or I mean, it's obvious. I mean, I understand that last Christmas that if you're gonna buy something online for Christmas, buy it like 4 weeks before, because if you wait to the last two, it's gonna take months to reach. So yeah.
Yep. Absolutely. And that's a whole nother level.
Oh yeah.
It's
Oh yeah.
like the month goes by so fast and it's like, what? Oh no.
Christmas is there. Yeah. Yeah. That's
Yeah.
why. Yeah. Yeah. I get that too. It is crazy. Definitely. Or they would, or like last year, what ended up happening is that the delivery guy mixed up packages with my neighbor. So I received the gift from my neighbor, and my neighbor received my gift from my father. And then when I saw it, like the gift that this, I was like, I didn't buy this. And then it turns out that it was the neighbor's. So, and I realized that because I was like calling, I was calling like the delivery service, like, hey, you guys made a mistake. And the neighbor here, and it was like, hey, I think I have your package. And I was like, oh, really? How cool is that? So yeah, we switched it.
Well, hey, at least it was close by.
Yeah. Otherwise, that would have been crazy. Yeah.
True.
So cool. Now, can you share a Christmas story?
Share a Christmas story. Yeah, this was a couple of years ago. So, my husband and I, we were living in Seattle, and a few years ago, and it was our first time not seeing family for Christmas. Like, we weren't going to fly back east for the holidays or do any of that stuff, because we couldn't afford to at the time. And so what we did is, and we were in this small, tiny apartment, like the kitchen was terrible, it was just not any space. But we invited a friend of ours who had just moved up there. He wasn't going home for the holidays either. And so we just all got together in our tiny studio apartment and made a holiday meal. And he's Hmong. And so he brought a bunch of like Chinese and Vietnamese dishes. Okay. And then we did like a turkey and stuff. And it was just the three of us, but we had so much food. And it was just like a mix of all these different our favorite foods and from where we're from, and so it was really one of my favorite Christmases.
Absolutely. How cool. So basically like sharing different types of food. Yeah, it's so cool. Wow.
Yeah, so it was great. And I mean, at the time we were all like broke, so it was very like cozy and just like a little slice of home. And it was just one of those stories you look back and it's like, wow, see how far we've come.
Yeah, it is so cool. And I think like whenever you get like those moments or those experiences, I mean, it shows you that you don't need this fancy, like this huge fancy Christmas dinner with with a lot of fancy plates and fancy gifts. You know what I mean? That it's so interesting because I've discovered that sometimes just Christmas is about sharing time with ones that you love, eating cool food, watching Die Hard. I mean, what else can you have?
Of course.
Totally.
No, I totally agree. I mean, like, it's you find the things that are most important, which is like your friends and your family and your chosen family and all of that stuff. And so it just makes it nice, and you create some amazing memories that way.
I agree on that. And if you could pick 3 words to describe this past year, which ones would you pick?
Crazy.
Oh yeah.
Both career and like world-wise, it's just crazy. I would say renew, like things are renewing. We're moving in. I feel like things are moving in a different direction, both again with the world and my career, which is pretty exciting. And hopeful. I think hopeful is a good word, because it's like I feel like we've all had like a pretty rough couple of years, and things have been a little challenging in so many different ways, and I feel hopeful that things are moving in a really great direction. And I've over the past couple of years, I've met some amazing people like you. I met this year, and I've been connecting with so many really cool people, and it's just it makes me excited to like one day see these people in real life and not just on the internet.
Yeah, absolutely.
And
I agree on that. It's been a hell of a year, and like so many things happen. And I mean, whenever you get the chance to kind of stop by and realize all of the things that happened this past 2 years, you know, that 5 years ago, the fact that you were thinking about this pandemic and everything, you would be like, this sounds like a movie. And we actually went through it, and, you know, like, yeah, it was just real.
Yeah, well, and what a crazy thing for everyone to experience, you know? Like, I can never, like exactly what you said 5 years ago, if you said, hey, we're all going to experience this, like, pandemic, and we're all going to be having similar experiences in that regard, we would have thought it sounded like a movie. But, you know, what an interesting way to connect everyone in the entire world, and we can all relate in that way, and, like, you know, hopefully have more empathy and with people that we don't know. And, you know, I feel like I feel closer to people, like, you know, I've never met before in real life.
Totally.
Yeah, it's cool.
Yeah, I agree on that. Totally. It is so interesting. And I think also, like, this year, at least for me, was very hard in terms of, like, learning, you know, like this learning curve, and, like, growing up, and to see things, like, more like real life and all of that. I mean, it was hard, but at the same time, I mean, as you just mentioned, I mean, having the chance to meet so many talented people. I mean, at the same time, if you have told me 8 or 9 months ago that I would be doing this, I would have said you're crazy, you know, be like, what, you know, and like having, like, it's so interesting how things change, you know, and also if you get yourself the opportunity as well to try something new, you might discover something you love that you thought that you didn't have, and then you have a career, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. And I feel like that's been such a cool opportunity for a lot of people. Like, I've had friends who have started things during the pandemic because they weren't working, and now it's become something that they love and, like, are creating a career through, and it's just really cool.
Yeah, I can agree on that. And, like, what are some of the things that we can expect from you next year, but also the things that you expect for next year?
Oh, well, so a lot of stuff that I worked on this year is coming out next year, which is very exciting. Lots of cool video games that
so cool.
Are really fun. So that was really cool. And I got to do some facial cap.
No kidding.
Yeah, so it was my first time ever doing that. So that game comes out next spring.
Oh my God, that's so cool. Okay.
Yeah, so I'm, like, really curious to see how all that comes together. So that was really cool. And yeah, I'm also, so my husband and I are producing kids animated podcast, or, well, not animated, kids podcast. So we have 2 shows that we are going into production early next year. And so those are going to be really fun, and I'm going to be directing them, which is really exciting.
That's so cool.
Yeah, and so they'll be really fun, and just one of them talks about mental health for kids, and so it's like they're fun, cute little stories, but it's all about, like, teaching about mental health.
Okay.
And, like, feeling your feelings are okay. And the other one is just silly. It's called Zoe's Mythical Menagerie. And it's just about this little girl who takes care of, like, all these magical creatures. And it's just silly and kind of like a Harry Potter kind of vibe.
That's amazing.
Yes.
I love it. You know, I'm super sure that at some point we're going to see you basically everywhere.
Oh my God.
I'm super sure that's going to happen. And we're also, I'm super sure also that at some point you're going to have, like, your own action figure. Hearing that.
I mean, that would be cool. Maybe. Cool. Fingers crossed.
Yeah,
like,
sure.
You know, we talked about it last time we chatted, but, you know, you were asking about what do I hope, or what am I excited about for next year? And I'm like, still, like, DC, one day it's gonna happen.
Oh yeah. It definitely has to happen. I mean, I'm definitely look forward to it. I mean, since now DC is doing, like, a lot of cool things. I mean, not only movies but video games that are being announced. I mean, you know, I mean, if somebody at DC or Warner Bros. Or whoever game studios is listening to this, who is gonna do a DC game, I mean, you know who to call. I mean, yeah.
We'll see.
Absolutely. But yeah, I'm super sure of that at some point we're gonna have your action figure. That would be cool. It would be, like, super cool.
Well, thank you. Again, if it comes out, I'll send you one.
Oh, please do. That will be amazing. And I'm super sure that at some point, that action figure like years later, it's gonna worth millions.
Oh my gosh, you were so sweet.
Absolutely. And like my last question here is, what advice could you give to those who want to start following their dreams? Because I think like during this time, right, it's especially on New Year, it's when you kind of get the mentality or the idea to start fresh, to start something new. So what would you say to those who are like still wondering if they either should start or not?
Yeah. Oh, that's a really great question. And what a great time. Exactly what you said. Great time of year to talk about that.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things I learned about, following your dreams and all of that is don't wait for the perfect moment or when you're perfectly set up or when it's perfect. It's never going to be perfect.
Totally.
Never going to be a perfect time. You're never going to be perfect. I mean, and that's okay. I think the most important thing is to just start. Just do it. I mean, that's what, with our podcast, that's what we're doing. I mean, is it going to be perfect? Probably not.
Yeah.
We hope it's going to be awesome, but we've never done something like that before. So we're just starting and seeing what happens. And I think that's the best advice anyone's ever given me. Because if you wait for that perfect moment,
it's never gonna happen.
Yeah, there's no perfect time, and just do it. You're gonna learn so much more from just doing things and just going for it, and it's gonna get you closer to your dreams faster.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, you're never gonna be ready to do something.
Yeah, and I mean, I know when I started getting into voice acting and acting, I was like, oh, I got to make sure I check all these boxes. I've done this. Okay, I've prepped for that. I'm not going to audition until I've done all these 10 things. Yeah. And then it'll be time. No,
it never happens. Yeah, I agree on that. I mean, you need to learn. I mean, of course, that when you start, it might be a little bit chaotic, but you need those chaotic moments in order to understand, like, okay, I can do this instead of this, or I can go this way instead of that way. I have a friend of mine, for example, that he has all of his life, he has only studying. I mean, if you see his resume, he has like this huge resume of knowledge, but no job experience. And the other day I was telling him, like, hey, when are you going to, to start your own thing? I mean, you have so many knowledge and you have completed so many courses and you already have like 3 degrees. I mean, when are you going to like do something in your life? And then he's like, yeah, I don't know. And I'm like, dude, at some point, I mean, don't waste your time. I mean, you already have enough experience that a lot of people that I know, So it is so crazy that, and he keeps telling me that he's just getting ready. And I'm like, yeah, but if you keep doing this, one day you're going to be 50 and then time's up.
And you're like, still getting ready.
Still getting ready, yeah.
Right? Yeah, I mean, and it's great to get training and it's great to learn and all of that stuff. But yeah, exactly what you said, at some point, just go for it.
I mean, what do you have to lose?
Yeah, exactly.
You already have the worst outcome because you're not doing anything. So
exactly, what's the worst that can happen? And I'll tell you, getting a lot, like I've been told no a lot in my life, and that just comes. It just comes with a creative endeavor.
Oh, yeah.
And it's not that bad. It's fine.
Yeah, and something funny that happened to me. For example, when I started with Chat with Dad, I was just receiving yeses at first. Just like a lot of yes, and I was like, I'm killing it here. But then the dark times came, and then I started to receive a lot of no's, and I was like, what? And like even from people that I was like huge, like a huge fan, also saying no, and I was like, dude, what is wrong with like what is wrong here? But then, I mean, it's just part of the ride. I mean, maybe like one of the things that at least keep me sane of this is to be like, it was not the right time. When the right time and when the right time comes, then you will know. Right now is not the right time. So let's keep going.
Things with those types of things, it probably has nothing to do with you. Like, who knows what's going on in their life or how things are. So I mean, there's a lot of stuff, and 9 times out of 10, it has nothing to do with you.
Totally, absolutely on that. Yeah, it is. Yeah, so as I said, I mean, we are constantly learning, and what better way to be learning on the thing that you like,
Totally.
There you go. I mean, Brittany, what can I say? I mean, your career is so cool. It's amazing. It's badass. I mean, you have done a lot of cool and epic things. And also one cool thing the other day, a friend of mine was playing Genshin Impact, and then he was playing with Fishel, and I was like, I know the person who gives the voice, and that was so cool because he was like, really? Oh yeah, I do.
That's so cool.
So
it is
so cool. It is so cool. And as I mentioned before, I can't wait to see more of your amazing job. I'm super sure that we're gonna see you, as I said, everywhere. I mean, movies, video games, books, plays. Why not? You know, commercials, action figures. I mean, if someone from this company Funko is having like a new project, definitely reach Brittany and let her know because she rocks. And also, I want to thank those for watching this, and also thank those for watching this on YouTube or listening to this later on Spotify or Apple Music. Make sure that you follow Brittany on all the social media. Normally, what I would say is for you to put pause and leave a like, subscribe, helps me a lot. Then eat a cookie or two. You know, I mean, it's holiday season, why not? And
eat all the cookies.
Oh, eat all the cookies, yeah. And then blame the dog or the cat, whatever you want. There you go. And then go follow Brittany. I mean, let's make her trendy. Let's make sure everybody knows about her awesome job that she does. And then come back. And Brittany, before I send you off, I need to send you off properly. So.
Oh my God. Thank you so much for having me. It's always such a blast. And I mean, for anybody watching, listening, follow Dan. This is such a great show. And I mean, you're one of the best interviewers that I've interacted with. So you're just a wonderful, lovely human. And I'm so happy to see the growth of the show.
Oh yeah, we're killing it. I mean, at some point we're going to bring Chat with Dan on the road. It is a project that I'm currently working on. I'll let you know later. You know, like once we finish it, I'll let you know later. But yeah, it's been amazing. And yeah, I mean, what better way to be growing, but also getting inspired by so many talented people that I've talked to. And as I said, it is so cool and it is amazing. And basically, all of you guys have taught me a lot this past month since I started this. So I'm basically in an eternal debt with you because without you guys, everything will be boring. So we need you guys. So.
Well, and we need people like you and people like who are watching.
Yeah, we need everybody. I mean, let's make a community here.
Yeah.
But anyway, keep having an amazing rest of the weekend, an amazing upcoming week, an amazing Christmas. Nothing but amazing things because you totally deserve amazing things.
You too. Well, happy holidays.
For you too.
Have fun, and yeah, we'll chat next time.
Sounds like a plan. Have a good one.
Bye.
Bye.